And it's important to note that this investigation has been highly politicized over the last several years. Donald Trump predicted that it was going to uncover crimes of the century. There's been a lot of anticipation that this would uncover corruption in the FBI, politicization in the FBI. So it's actually just monumental that the two of you, a Republican and a Democrat, are sitting here together to talk about what has been political investigation. So I want to thank you for that. But also, Chairman Turner, what John Durham did find is that the FBI should have perhaps not opened a full investigation into Donald Trump and his campaign, but perhaps a preliminary investigation. So was that an important telling of his findings? Was that important when you look at the overall picture of the FBI and how it handles these really sensitive, high-profile investigations?
Right. So what he found was what he called confirmation bias, that in fact the individuals that received information had a bias, a predisposition against Donald Trump. And that, of course, we all know because it was expressed in text messages, which were released and we've all had an opportunity to read. But his conclusion of this confirmation bias was that it allowed them then to use the mechanisms of the FBI to confirm the information they have in front of them and then launch a full investigation. What's really sad about all this is if you think that this should not have happened, we have both the Mueller report, the Horowitz report, the Durham report, the Nunes memorandum, all of them saying that there was not collusion, and yet we have this full-blown investigation. We have 2 years where the Trump administration was completely hounded, where they had a special counsel that was investigating them. Imagine for our country just the divisiveness that occurred if that had not happened, if it had just been as the report describes, a Clinton campaign slogan or initiative rather than a government initiative. And that's where we have to be concerned, not just that there's a campaign that has this initiative and opposition research, but that it was then taken into the government and then with that had the officialdom of government action. That leaves us at a position where we have to be concerned because we all got to see, our country was torn apart, the media was torn apart, and certainly we had an administration of a validly elected president who was hounded for 2 years over something that just wasn't true.